Good evening, City of Jacksonville. I'd like to welcome you all to our annual tree lighting ceremony. This year is a little different for everybody, but we are excited nonetheless to be able to offer you our tree lighting ceremony virtually. Today's evening will go as is following. We'll have a couple readings from Mrs. Claus. We will invite the mayor and all council here with us this evening, and once they all arrive here, we'll start with the tree lighting process. Tonight's, like I said, event will feature a reading from Mrs. Claus. We have 2 stories tonight, so if you are home watching online, the night before Christmas is our last reading, but our first one is an unknown new story. It's called Santa Mouse. So if you have either one of these stories at home, I suggest you get them out, follow along with us, and enjoy the evening. Once we finish those 2 stories, if we have some time left, I have some fun trivia that I'll be announcing to you guys. And as you're home watching on Facebook, we ask, comment on the section. As we look at our phones, we'll pull up the answers. And if we see you guess the correct answer, we'll give you a shout out via Facebook Live. So if you're home, get online, get ready for some good trivia. And we hope to get you guys set in the mood for Christmas upcoming. In addition to tonight's tree lighting, we have some upcoming events we kind of want to let you guys know. Starting tomorrow night, at this park, River Rock Crossing Park, we have our Light Up the Park event. This event is 3 nights from 6 to 8, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This event is a drive-through event. That means you'll be in your vehicles for the duration of the event. It'll start at 6. We have 6 different stations throughout the park that will have you guys drive through, stop. It could be hot cocoa, some cookies. We have Christmas trivia. And then we have some social distancing pictures with Santa. At that point, you'll get out of your vehicles. The city staff will be here taking pictures. If you would like to have any of those pictures, that evening or the next morning, we'll have them uploaded to our Facebook page. Just go visit that Facebook page, download the pictures, and you got yourself some cool pictures of Santa. So that's starting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 to 8. There's no reservations required. It's a drive-through event, so it should take you about 10-15 minutes to come through the park. Our city park staff has been working hard for the past 2 months, putting lights on every tree, every pole. When you get down here and see the park, you'll be blown away by the job that they have done. So don't forget to come Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 to 8. In addition to that, we currently are having our gingerbread workshop competition. It is virtual, as most of our events are this year. You have until this Sunday, the 13th, to submit your pictures for the gingerbread contest. We have top 3 prizes for that event. The grand prize is from American Dream Cakes. It is a value pack of about up to $75. It has a porcelain gingerbread house with a bunch of cookies and goodies inside. In addition, the other 2 spots will have some cool prize packs for you. So check that out. All that information can be found on our city's Facebook page, our Recreation and Parks Jacksonville, North Carolina Facebook page, and be sure to sign up for those. All those entries are accepted until this Sunday, the 13th. Starting the 15th through the 18th, we'll do online voting. And on the 18th, the last day of voting, we'll announce the winners so that you guys can have a chance to see who was the lucky winners for that prize. Without further ado, I am going to hand it over to Mrs. Claus. Our first story that we're going to read is called Santa Mouse. So if you have this book at home or have never heard of it, listen closely, turn your pages, and we hope you enjoy the book.
All right, the first book we're going to read is Santa Mouse by Michael Brown. Once there was a little mouse who didn't have a name. He lived in a great big house, this mouse, the only mouse in the whole wide house. He used to play a game. He'd daydream he had playmates who were as friendly as could be, while some of them would bring their dolls and dress up and have tea. There were others who'd play cowboys or be Inuit or Spanish. But when he tried to touch them, like a bubble, they would vanish. Now, through the year, this little mouse had saved one special thing, a piece of cheese. The kind that makes an angel want to sing. On Christmas Eve, he brushed his teeth and he washed his paws. He thought, oh my goodness, no one gives a gift to Santa Claus. He ran to get his pretty cheese, and after he had found it, the paper from some chewing gum, he quickly wrapped around it. And then he climbed in bed and dreamed that he was lifted high. He woke to find that he was looking right in Santa's eyes. I thank you for my gift, said Santa. Tell me, what's your name? I haven't any, said the mouse. You haven't? That's a shame. You know, I need a helper as I travel house to house, and I shall give a name to you. I'll call you Santa Mouse. So here's your beard, and here's your suit, and here's each shiny, tiny boot. You mustn't sneeze, and don't you cough. Just put them on, and we'll be off. Then over all of the rooftops on a journey with no end, away they went together, Santa and his tiny friend. And so, this Christmas, if you please, beneath your tree that's in your house, why don't you leave a piece of cheese? You know who will thank you? Santa Mouse. And next, we have the night before Christmas. The Night Before Christmas by Clement Moore. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wandering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up on the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back. He looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, laying a finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
All right, let's give a big round of applause virtually to Mrs. Claus reading two all-time classic stories. Night Before Christmas is one of my all-time favorites. Santa's Mouse is a new one, but I think it might be one that's going to catch on pretty good. For those who might have just joined us virtually on Facebook Live, my name is Nick Bronger. I'm with the Citywide Services for the Recreation and Parks Department. You just heard Mrs. Claus doing some of our good stories from childhood past. This evening is our annual tree lighting ceremony. Obviously, during these tough times, we were unable to have the full crowd like we usually love to have for our Winterfest event. But we are excited nonetheless to have you guys here online at home, where it's probably a lot warmer than it is right now, but we are thankful to have you guys here with us. Next, we're going to do some trivia. We're waiting for Santa and the mayor and some of our council to make their way down to this event. So we're going to have a little fun with you guys. If you're at home, I have my phone on Facebook Live, so if you guys hear the trivia and have some questions and answer them, if you post it on the comments, I'll give you guys a shout out and give you guys credit for it. In addition to tonight's tree lighting ceremony, we have some fun things happening in Jackson for you guys. All this stuff can be found on our city's webpage and our Facebook page. There is the annual Christmas decorating contest for the city. Each year the city puts out this competition, this contest. Fun, it's exciting, it gets people in the mood, and also gets you guys recognized at one of our council meetings, and you get this cool plaque with your picture of your house all done up in Christmas lights and decorations. So if you are thinking about getting your lights, getting your house decorated, and you live in the city limits, get it decorated, take a picture, send it in, get yourself recognized. In addition to that, our brand new event, since we are unable to do the full Winterfest at our current time, we're going to do a drive up, light up Riverwalk Crossing Park event that starts Wednesday at 6 to 8. And it goes Thursday and Friday. This event is a drive-through event, so you guys don't have to get out of your cars. You can stay nice and warm. And as you drive through the event, we have different stations throughout the event. Each of these stations will have either fun trivia from Santa Claus, we'll have hot cocoa, we'll have cookies, we'll have some arts and crafts you guys can take and make at home and hang on your Christmas tree. That event will be Wednesday through Friday, starting tomorrow. There's no reservations, there's no ticketed arrival, anything like that. Just show up and you'll drive through. It should take you guys about 10 minutes to get through the entire event, and it's all safe. It's all in your car, so you don't have to worry about getting out and having all that stuff. The one more thing that we've been doing is we have our virtual gingerbread contest. Families are encouraged to get together, make your masterpieces at home, email them into the Recreation Parks Department, That competition will end on Sunday the 13th. That following week, we'll have online voting on our Facebook page. So make sure you get those contest pictures in. The top 3 prizes, top 3 winners will all get prizes, with the top overall winner getting a prize pack from American Dream Cakes. We appreciate their support. They've been helping us with our gingerbread contest for the past 6-7 years. So they are somebody we appreciate, and we hope you guys enjoy their gifts. I do have a couple jokes for you guys. Who knows how much Santa's sleigh cost him? I'll tell you this. It cost him nothing because it was on the house. Haha. One more for you. What did one snowman say to the other snowman? Do you guys smell carrots? Yeah, carrot nose, you got it? All right, so we'll start this trivia questions for you guys. Like I said, I will have my phone up, so if I see you guys answer questions correctly, I will give your guys' name a shout out on Facebook, and you can brag to your friends that you were one of the few who got it right. All right. First question I have is, 3 of Santa's reindeer's names begin with the letter D. What are those names? We'll give you guys a few seconds to guess. If you guys guess, I'll give you guys a shout out online. I'll give you about 10 more seconds. All right, we have a guess. Buddy Carter. You had Dasher, Dancer, and Donner. That is correct. All right. What is the most popular flavor of the Christmas candy cane? Not all these new crazy flavors. This is the original, the most important candy cane there is. I'll give you guys about another 10 seconds to guess. All right, we got Melinda Bilas. It is the peppermint candy cane. That is correct. All right, we'll give one. Well, this one will be for the adults. These ones will be a little tougher than the kids' jokes. All right, and this will probably reach some of our Generation Y people. In the movie Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation and when they left Kevin behind? Huh? I don't seem like commenting. All right. Miss Shonda Walton was the first to chime in. Paris is correct. Now, Home Alone is one of my all-time favorites, and I can only imagine getting left in the airport or leaving your kid behind and going to the airport and just running away. All right, I've been getting the cue. Santa's bells are getting closer. My jokes aren't hitting as good as they did earlier. It must be because it's getting colder out here. But I do appreciate you guys joining with us on Facebook Live. This part of the tree lighting ceremony, we'll start to invite Mayor Sammy Phillips, any council members that we have here, and then we'll bring Santa up. Santa and Mrs. Claus are on their way. We're going to have them.
Oh, here they go.
We're going to have them down here. So we have by the tree. We got Santa and Mrs. Claus. I'd like to also introduce you guys to our council and our mayor. We got Councilman Jackson here. We got Councilman Morden. We got Councilman Thomas. We got Councilwoman Dr. Washington. We got Mayor Pro Tem Mr. Lazara. And of course, Mayor Sammy Phillips. I'm going to pass the mic to Mayor Sammy Phillips and let him say a few words. And And then at home, I know we can't hear you, but say as loud as you can on your phones. We'll start the countdown, and at that point, we're going to flip this beautiful tree and just watch it glow. So I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Mayor Sammy Phillips.
Thank you. Well, welcome everyone who's viewing our virtual ceremony here of lighting the tree. The park is beautiful. The lights are beautiful out here in the park. If you get a chance to come downtown, please make a pass through our Riverwalk Park and check out the decorations. It's a nice, cold, crisp evening, even though it's not quite winter yet. It feels like winter to me. And this is one of those days that make you know that Christmas is near. Anyway, hopefully, and the one thing I hope for, and I'm going to say this right up front here, I hope by this time next year we're actually having Winterfest. This has been sad to not have this for the kids this year, but next year hopefully we'll be blessed with a lot better world. So at this time we're going to go ahead and we're going to light up our Christmas tree, and I'm going to ask the council to join me. And we'll all grab a piece of that stick right there. And on the count of, let's go to count of 3. We're going to flip the switch and turn on the tree. It is right here, right there, right behind us. Okay. So,
hey, don't get in a position you can't get back.
Get out. That's what I'm thinking about that.
Let me hold you up. I'll hold you up.
All right, so here's the countdown. And we'll follow it with a Merry Christmas, okay? 1. No, let's go the other way. 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas!